How is everyone doing in their self-isolation, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, homestay? I wanted to show you how to wash your greens. I know a lot of people are getting frozen, which is totally cool. Just make sure to wash the bag of the frozen veggies because again, we don't know who touched it. There isn't a restriction on buying fresh. I just wanted to, we can't be overly cautious right now. I wanted to show you how to wash it, and then in subsequent videos, I'm going to show you how to cook it. You definitely don't want to be eating raw veggies right now. You definitely want to cook it for a number of reasons. One, the cook, you will destroy really any pathogen on it. And two, you want to keep your gut health up. Eating raw fruits and veggies, or raw veggies more, really destroys your gut and it makes you farty and bloaty. And since we're all in a very close quarters right now, I think people will, sorry, my mom is filming and she's starting to laugh, but it's true. You don't want to be farty and bloated with, the people that you're in close quarters with. So I highly advocate cooking your veggies. But I'm going to show you how to wash your greens and some root veggies, and we'll go from there. And cut. So you'll need a few things. You don't need a lot of, you need nothing fancy. You'll obviously have your veggies. I have a bunch of kale here. I have some carrots and I have some beets. You'll need a large bowl, preferably a salad spinner if you have one. If you just have a large bowl and a strainer, and if you just have a large bowl or a large pot, some large vessel to hold water, that's all you need. I don't use the water from the sink, even though it is filtered. I go for extra filtration. I'm going to use Brita water, so I'll show you how to use that. So first we'll start with the greens. So I'm gonna use kale, my favorite lacinato. So what I like to do is actually just tear the green from the stem into bite-sized pieces. You'll also excuse my outfits because all I had packed was for my Arctic safari in Antarctica, and I have none of my regular clothes. So I'm going to tear the greens into bite-sized pieces into my salad spinner, or if you have a large bowl or large pot, that's all you need to do. So just again, there's no, you need really no skill for this. Just tear off the stem, and I'm getting some in the sink, which we'll make sure to get in the bowl. Okay, so now that we have all of our bite-sized pieces in the bowl or salad spinner, I am going to pour some water over the greens, and you want to make sure that they are really in a bath. You want to make sure they're nice and covered, which I need to add some more water to this so that we have that. You want to make sure that you're able to, hold on, I'll wait till the water's done. You want to make sure that you're able to really get all up in the greens and move them around so that the dirt comes off of them, right? You want to give them a nice bath. You want to massage them and really take care of your greens. And then what you'll want to do is, if you have a strainer or a salad spinner, you want to lift the greens out. If you don't, and you're just using a bowl, you'll want to have another bowl or something handy, because you're going to want to lift the greens out. The whole goal is to lift the greens out and leave the dirt and the sediment behind in the bowl. Okay, good. So now that you have ripped your bite-sized pieces of kale or chard or whatever green that you're using from the stem into your bowl, if you're using just a bowl, you don't have a strainer or a salad spinner, you might want to have another, it doesn't matter what size bowl, because you're going to need to put the green into that bowl. So I'm going to take my Brita or whatever water filter you use, I'm going to pour it over the green. You want to make sure that there is plenty of water so that you can swish the greens around, really get all up in the greens, get up in their business. So I filled this up to the top, and you can see here, thank you, Mom, my cameraman, camera woman, camera person, we're equal opportunity here, that there's quite a bit of water. You can see me, I'm able to really move the greens around and swish them. You really want to do this so that the dirt and the sediment, whatever's on the green, settles to the bottom. And you don't, just rinsing it under water doesn't really do that. So you want to do that. And then lift the greens. So that's why a salad spinner or a strainer is easier. You want to lift the greens out of the water. And then what's left, you can see it's, you know, kind of dirty water. Normally I use this water and I water my plants. Given what's going on right now and the virus, and I don't know how it impacts plants, I'm not necessarily gonna do that. And you wanna repeat that part twice to get it nice and clean. You can repeat it as many times as you want. I recommend 2. If you wanna do 3, go for it. And then after that, your greens will be clean. If you want to dry them, for whatever reason, you're not going to be eating them raw right now. Again, it's not good to be eating raw. We don't know what's on the green. You want to kill it with heat and also the farty and bloatiness. No one needs that right now. It's just not cute, and you know, your people in your house will thank you for that. Unless you're allowed to do whatever you want. The salad spinner, you can spin it and it will release all of the water. And that is how you clean your greens. Thanks. Okay, so now we're gonna do carrot and beet. So I normally, in a normal pre-coronavirus world, would not peel my vegetables. In this world, I'm going to. I'm also gonna go through the extra step of actually cleaning it. So this carrot is, you know, they grow on the ground. They're still dirty. The beet is dirty. So what I'm gonna do, I am actually gonna run it under the water. If you have a vegetable, you know, sometimes there's little sponges or brushes that you can use to get them off. If you have that, great. If you're, you know, again, sort of like I got jack shit in the house right now, we're gonna DIY. What you wanna do is just turn the water on a nice, you know, you don't need to turn it on full blast. Run the carrot under, and you really wanna like use your thumbs and get all, you know, just get, again, you wanna really get all up in the carrot or the beet or whatever, and get all of the dirt off. And again, I'll save these carrot tops, and in another video I'm going to show you how to blanch and shock, which will be to put them in high heat and then freezing. And that is how you clean a carrot. Done. Okay, so next we're gonna do a beet, similar to a carrot. It grows in the ground. It's gonna have a lot of dirt on it. And with beet greens, you're gonna clean them like greens that I just showed you. Again, turn on the water and just use your thumb to really get all the dirt and the sediment off of it. Now to peel a beet, you can use a vegetable peeler. It's actually easier to boil it and then peel it afterwards using a glove, or, you know, if your hands can take the heat, that's the best way to do it. And that is how you wash a beet.